beautiful thing about being on a spiritual journey is that you're never alone because we're all spiritual beings having a human experience. Thank you all so much. Welcome to my channel and I hope you enjoy. Hey tribe, welcome back to my channel. I'm Lia the Sun Star, and this is going to be your Mercury retrograde. What do I need to work on and heal during this retrograde reading? So of course, retrogrades are a time to rethink, reanalyze, relax, renew, all those re's, right? So essentially the planet Mercury is asleep. So it's not really moving. And the axis that the planets rotate on are still moving. And so it looks like Mercury's going backwards, but it's not. But when Mercury's asleep, then everything that Mercury governs also kind of goes haywire. So technology, cars, cell phones, conversations, all kinds of stuff, communication basically, because Mercury's the planet of communication, goes a little wonky. So between April 21st and May 14th, please consider the pre and post date. So that is 10 to 15 days before April 21st. And then 10 to 15 days after May 14th. So technically Mercury retrograde won't end until the end of May. So pretty much May 31st. So guys, so this is going to be just a snippet of what you can potentially work on and what are your growth areas, meaning like what you need to work on, what are your strengths during this time, what are some messages from your angels during this time. So this is going to be a video for my fire signs. So I will be going through Aries, Leo, and then Sagittarius. So let's get into your reading. Welcome back, and we are going to get into Aries first. So my Aries, this is going to be a general reading for my Aries sun, moon, and rising. So if you're an Aries sun, moon, rising, you're in the right place. So we're going to take a look at the things you most need to work on over the Mercury retrograde period, which ends on May 31st again, and then also things that loving messages from spirit that you most need to hear over this time period while you're doing this work. Okay. So let's get started with your growth areas first, and then we'll move on to the things you most need to hear. So first we're going to take a look at your trigger. What is something that you need to be aware of that is a trigger for you, and also work on during this Mercury retrograde. So we have here, I will start an argument with my partner to get attention. Okay, so this is like attention seeking, of course. So your trigger is when you want attention. Sometimes you may drum up a little bit of drama with your partner just to get the attention that you want. And so healing that, meaning like just using your communication skills, you know, either physical touch or your words to indicate that you want attention from your partner instead of starting an argument. Okay. Next, we're going to look at your codependency trait. What codependency trait do you most need to be aware of and work on during this Mercury retrograde period? So the codependency trait says, why do you feel the need to be needed by others? Okay. So wanting others to need you is a codependency trait. So in working on giving to yourself and not basing your love off of if somebody needs you or not is a way to start healing that. Okay. Shadow work. What shadow work trait do you most need to be aware of and work on? Unworthy. I think Gemini got this as well. I'm not sure. But it says, think deeply and ask yourself why you are not worthy of the situation at hand. So the key word is unworthy. And thinking deeply, you know, and asking yourself why, you know, am I not worthy of the situation at hand? Okay. Meaning your spirits are saying you are worthy. Why are you trying to talk yourself out of being worthy of something or someone? Okay. All right. Your chakra hit. I'm sorry. Let's do your inner child. So your inner child work says in the past you felt ashamed. Maybe you were ashamed of, how you were brought up, how you grew up, or your education, or if you had legal issues, or past decisions that you made. Okay. So it says in the past you felt ashamed. Now you understand that situations past, time helps you heal, learn, and grow. Okay. So you have to say this to your inner child, basically like, hey, yes, we did feel ashamed when we were a kid or a young adult, or even before in our life in the past, we felt ashamed. Now we understand that the situations have passed and we have worked on our healing, or we will work on our healing, and we will learn and continue to grow as people, so we don't end up in those situations again, basically. Okay. Your chakra, excuse me, excuse me. I had to look at something real quick. Okay. So my Aries, sorry about that. You all got the root chakra. Root chakra. So it says bottom of the spine. Of course, is your root chakra, and then all the way down to your feet. It says everything I seek also seeks me. So if you have someone or like a person or a situation seeking you, then you have somehow sent out the energy that you are seeking that too. So you can't think you're unworthy of something that you have decided that you are going to seek. Okay. So the current energy is feeling threatened. To balance the energy of feeling threatened, you have to say to yourself, no, I know that I am safe, secure, and protected. I know that I am safe, secure, and protected. So if you've been feeling defensive lately, or feeling like you have to put up a wall to protect yourself from something or somebody, even if it's your own feelings, your spirits are saying you don't have to do that. You have to just sit in the knowing that you are safe, you're secure, and you're protected. Look up Janae Aiko's trigger protection mantra on YouTube, my Aries, because it will help you. It'll help ground your energy if you could just do like a root chakra just pause meditation to the trigger protection mantra by Janae Aiko. You can definitely feel more safer, more grounded. Red garnet is the stone for your root chakra, or you can use black tourmaline as well. Good herbs for root chakra is dandelion root, ginger, elderflower, not elderberry, elderflower, and white sage. So you can take the dried herbs and you can boil them and make a tea out of them. I wouldn't use all of them together. Well, I would make the elderflower maybe separate. But the dandelion root and the ginger together is pretty good. I don't know about the white sage. I mean, I would probably drink the white sage and the ginger by itself, or the dandelion root and the ginger by itself, and then the elderflower and maybe some ginger, by itself. But you can blend the herbs here to your liking. Okay. Root chakra is rooty food. So proteins and vegetables that grow out the ground, also red vegetables. So think apples, raspberries, strawberries, rutabagas, beets, stuff like that. Stuff that grows in the ground, or grows underground. And red vegetables, also protein sources like meat, because of course, like grass-fed animals, or animals that eat like the stuff from the earth, is also grounding, like chicken or turkeys or cows. Okay. What else? I think that's it. So let's get into your strength areas, your strength messages here. Let's take a look and see what your spirits most want you to hear. So your higher self message from, you know, for the rest of this month to the end of May says, I'm giving my best today. I'm showing up and I'm trying, and that's good enough. That's your higher self message. I'm giving my best today. I'm showing up and I'm trying, and that is good enough. The archangel that most wants to work with you during this time is Archangel Michael. And the message says Archangel Michael is helping you to release all self-doubt and empowers you with confidence. Okay. This is your higher self message. Okay. Somebody else got this too, I think. Your self-love technique that you most need to do between now and May 31st a lot is roll your neck clockwise and then counterclockwise. So doing like this should try to get the tension out of your neck. Okay. Your manifestation message says, create in your mind what your senses see, hear, and touch. Create in your mind what your senses see, hear, and touch. So using this technique to manifest. So it's visualization, but visualizing sweet smells, sweet, visualizing things that you capture with your eyes. Could be a person or a sound that you hear. It could be music, like listening to music and just visualizing a video. Or, you touch a nice piece of fabric or silk and you think of skin. Are you envisioning somebody's skin feeling like that? So, yeah, just, using your imagination. All right, your happy message says zestful. Understand that your positive energy gives the person next to you a feeling of immediate zest. So when you're zestful, you make other people zestful too. All right, and your love language is quality time. Your self-love language is quality time. So I will sit in silence with my favorite coffee, tea, or beverage. So I'm kind of hearing just an overall theme here in closing out my Aries, that you really have to work on your sense of wanting to feel needed by others because you feel unworthy of certain things. So when you feel unworthy of the things that you feel like you want, you tend to gravitate towards people who need you. When you don't get the attention that you want, you can definitely act out a little bit. And then for some reason, your inner child or your younger self feels ashamed of something. So just working through whatever you feel ashamed of and know and understand that that situation is gone. You can't continue to look back at it. There's nothing in the past that can help, because it's over. It's already happened. So you got to look forward and move forward. You can't keep looking back because there's nothing back there for you. Okay. All right, my Aries, thank you all so much for watching. Please don't forget to like, share, subscribe. Leave me a comment. I like to read comments. And also click that notification bell so you know when I release another video. And thank you all so much. I'll see you next one. Love you, my Aries. Bye. Hello, welcome back, my wonderful Leos, sun, moon, and rising sign. This is going to be your Mercury retrograde, what I need to work on and heal, and loving messages from spirits that I most need to hear between now and May 31st. So during this Mercury retrograde period can be a lot. And this is just a way of saying, hey, let me go within, let me work on these things for myself. And yeah. So for my wonderful Leos, I am a Leo sun on the cusp of Cancer. So yeah, let's get into it. First, we're going to start with your trigger. I'm going to start with your trigger message, like what you most need to be aware of that triggers you. and work on during this Mercury retrograde period. So we have, when I'm not confident with who I am, I will act in superficial ways. So lacking confidence can also maybe make you act a little superficial at times. So this is it's just being aware of the trigger. So doing something to help your confidence, and also you know, recognizing when you are feeling, you know, a bit low, a bit, you know, not confident about a situation. And maybe instead, you know, instead of not going, or, you know, making an excuse not to go, or kind of showing up in a prideful kind of way, Spirit is just calling you into ask yourself, what is the thing that's making you not feel confident? Okay, so just sitting back and, you know, instead of acting out or acting in a superficial way, just to kind of step back and say, well, what's going on with my confidence right now? What is knocking my confidence right now? Is it me comparing myself to others? Is it I don't know, somebody in our life that, you know, maybe we just broke up with, or, you know, separated from, or whatever, and it kind of took a blow to our heart chakra, you know? So that's one thing. So just kind of sit with the message, my Leos, and just trying to, you know, kind of see what could be triggering you to not feel confident, so that you don't act in those superficial ways. All right, your next message will be your codependency trait. What codependency trait do you most need to be aware of and work on throughout this Mercury retrograde? So we have feelings, keyword feelings. It says explore feelings a bit more. It will release a world of tension you've been carrying. So this is about meditating on maybe painful feelings, or feelings that you stuff down, or feelings that need to be released, so that it doesn't continue to block the things that you desire, my Leos. So dealing with your feelings, even though, you know, being vulnerable sometimes can be hard, they're not asking you to necessarily share your feelings, but it's more about, let me sit with these feelings, let me journal these feelings, let me burn some incense or something, you know, sit in nature, let me clear these, let me allow myself to feel these feelings, whether it's love, whether it's pain, whether it's grief, and kind of get them out, because the tension can definitely cause your heart chakra and your aura to kind of be blocked. Okay. All right. Next up is your shadow work trait. So what shadow work do you most need to be aware of and work on? So the keyword for my Leos this Mercury retrograde for shadow work says emotionally detached. Are you protecting yourself from unwanted drama or stress? ? Feel positive emotions within yourself. To feel emotions is to live freely. So again, something else about feelings and emotions. Being emotionally detached does not heal the feelings. It just kind of stuffs them down. So your spirits are asking you to think about what you're trying to protect yourself from when it comes to you being emotionally detached, and transmuting those negative thoughts and feelings into positive emotions, or, you know, the negative emotions that you're having or feelings that you're having, transmute them into positive emotions or positive feelings within. But either way, to just, you know, if you need to release it or if you need to transmute it, just try to work on that type of healing during this Mercury retrograde. Okay. Your inner child work. So your inner child work says, in the past, friends walked out of your life without reason. So this is maybe thinking about, Mercury retrograde does bring up like old stuff. So you could be thinking about friendships that you've lost over the years, you know, regardless of the meaning or the reason. But it says, so in the past, it says friends walked out of your life without reason. Now it says you understand people have their own journey and not to internalize their pain. So this is your spirit's way of saying that if you lost some people along the way as far as friendship goes, realizing that that's not your fault. And sometimes you have to understand when people's journey ends in your life, it doesn't mean that you have to internalize their pain or, why they did what they did. Just know that you weren't supposed to be on their journey and they weren't supposed to be on your journey going forward, and make peace with it. So this is inner child, which means this is definitely something that happened in the past. This is not something that's happening in the present. It's something that's happened already in the past. So you have to tell your inner child, like, okay, we now understand that people have their own journey and that we don't need to internalize their pain. And when I say we, you're talking to your inner child or your younger self, okay? All right, your chakra that most needs to be healed is the heart chakra. I knew it was coming. Look, all of these feelings and being emotionally attached, I knew the heart chakra was coming, y'all, okay? So the chakra that you most need to work on during this Mercury retrograde is your heart chakra. So your affirmation says, I hold love and compassion for others. I hold love and compassion for others. Your current energy says engaging in negativity, gossip, and judgment. Current energy engaging in negativity, gossip, and judgment. To balance out this current energy that you're having, it says, what am I bothered by others' needs? What am I bothered by others' needs to be healed within me? I am empathetic, loving, and understanding, period. I'll reread that. To balance out the current energy that you're feeling, which is engaging in negativity, gossip, and judgment, it says, what am I bothered by others' needs to be healed within myself? What I'm bothered by others needs to be healed within myself. I am empathetic, loving, and understanding. Oh, yeah, I don't think I put the inner child message up. Interesting. Emotionally detached. Just going back, flashing the card, y'all. All right. So that is all your growth area messages. Now let's look into your loving messages from Spirit. So first, we have the higher self message. So your higher self message says, I will not expose myself to negative stories or read awful news. It brings me down to a low vibration. So just watching what kind of information you intake during this Mercury retrograde, my Leos, is important. The archangel that most wants to work with you over this Mercury retrograde period is Archangel Michael. Aries got Archangel Michael too. So it says, Archangel Michael is freeing you from all negative energies of the past that limit your growth and well-being. So a lot of my Leos are healing from something that happened to you in the past. It could have been a relationship, could have been a friendship, could have been something around abandonment, or just not, maybe unrequited love. Yeah, something like that. So you're healing from a past situation, and it's heart healing. So, oh yes, let me stop real quick and go back. Heart chakra. Teas for your heart chakra, herbs that you can work with is hawthorn berry, dried rose petals, and jasmine. You can make tea out of those. I also like hibiscus for the heart chakra. Hibiscus can be for the heart chakra or the sacral chakra, but you got the heart chakra. So also eating green foods, so salads, collard greens, green bell peppers, jalapenos, avocados, anything that's green. So green leafy foods, vegetables, broccoli, incorporating veggies or green foods in your diet, whether it's a smoothie, a green drink, spinach, arugula, any type of lettuce, any type of herb, that's green. Just incorporating that into your diet also helps. You can get a heart chakra candle. You can get a heart chakra incense. All of that's available. Heart chakra essential oils. just to make you feel better. Rose quartz crystal is, pink calcite, and rose quartz and morganite are some of the best stones you can get to help with heart chakra healing. Okay, now I'm done with that. Let's move on. Okay. I don't know why I'm whispering. All right. So for your manifestation oracle message, you got visualization, belief, and good emotions. So not only do you have to visualize, my Leos, you have to believe and you have to have good emotions. So if you've been going back and forth about a situation in your heart, just know that the more you surround it with good emotions, or loving emotions, or you visualize things happening that and just truly believe that they're going to happen, the universe may surprise you. Okay, so just keep that in mind with your visualization. Your happy oracle message says gleeful. Imagine tickling a baby on the belly. You hear the giggles, you see the smile. So this is about you being more gleeful throughout your day. So just thinking of little things that make you laugh. So, or watch like a comedy stand-up show or something like that. You can watch on TV, you can go to a live one. This is about you just being very gleeful. To me, gleeful is a step up from being joyful. I don't know. All right, here's your self-love technique. Your self-love technique from now until May 31st says finish one goal today, even if it's a small one. So make a list of the things that you want to accomplish during May and just try to work on it little bit by little bit, whatever they are, big or small goals. Could be, I just want to wash all my laundry and fold all my laundry. Boom, small. Oh, I want to do some bookkeeping and get my business finances together. Whatever it is, just set some small goals for yourself. Okay. And your last message is from the love language, self-love love language. I'm sorry. So acts of service. I will allow myself to pay someone to wash my car, mow my lawn, or clean the house, even for just a day. I will allow myself to pay someone to wash my car, mow my lawn, or clean the house, even just for today. So my Leos, what this is saying is that even if you are, say you're single and you don't have any help around, this is about you just taking some time to budget or set aside some money to get your lawn done, to get your home cleaned, whatever you've been needing, to get your laundry done, to get your car washed. Acts of service is that thing that you really want help with, but you normally do it for yourself, but your spirits are saying this month, pay somebody to do it. All right. I think that is all we have of my Leos. And just to close out, of course, you all getting the heart chakra, and then so many things coming up about feelings and being emotionally detached and trying to stay in a higher vibration. By not looking at negativity, not being negative, not gossiping, not passing judgment on people, just trying to be very neutral and very positive for this Mercury retrograde, and just know that this too shall pass. As far as like the feelings and emotions that are coming up for you. All right, thank you all so much, my Leos. Please don't forget to like, share, subscribe, comment. I love comments. Hit that notification bell so you'll be notified when I post a reading. And thank you all so much. I will see you in the next video. Love you, my Leos. Bye. Hello, welcome back, my wonderful Sagittarius, sun, moon, and rising sign. This is going to be a general reading for all of my Sagittarius, sun, moon, and rising for Mercury retrograde. And this is to look at the things that you most need to heal and or work on over this Mercury retrograde, and loving messages from spirit that you most need to hear during this Mercury retrograde. So please keep in mind that this video is timeless. So whenever you see it, you are meant to see it. We are going to be in the Mercury retrograde period until May 31st. So this is everything you need to work on and or hear between now and May 31st. All right. All right, let's get into your reading, my Sagittariuses. So you all, we're going to first start with your trigger. What trigger do you most need to be aware of and work on during this time? So it says, when I am angry, my immediate response is to get even. Ooh, Saggies. Your spirits are calling you petty. When I'm angry, my immediate response is to get even. So your spirits are calling this to your attention because it is not healthy. So if you find yourself feeling angry, they want you, so anger is your trigger. So your response to that anger is to get even. So if you all have found yourself being angry at a person, your spirits are trying to try to get you to express how you feel, to get it out to the person, or to try to mediate the situation so that you don't try to respond, because they're kind of showing me that the person that you might be angry at, or the situations that you have been angry at in the past and that you wanted to get even, they're kind of showing me that it's not going to have the effect that you want, my Sagittarius is. So it's like, in order to help you heal from it, they want you to release the anger so that you're not trying to get even, because it's going to make you even more angry if getting even with this person doesn't really sting. So they want you to be aware of that, trigger. Okay. So next is your codependency trait. So it says, you just prioritized yourself last again. Why? So a codependency trait about prioritizing yourself last. So this is when you take care of everyone else first and you take care of yourself last. Your spirits are saying, they're giving me the example of being on an airplane. On the airplane, they give this safety briefing, and in the safety briefing, they say, put your mask on first before you start trying to help other people if the mask deploys, because the plane is going down, right? So your spirits are saying, if you don't take care of yourself first, you won't be at 100% to love those around you and to really, put others, up there. So it's like, you have to prioritize yourself first. You have to put your mask on first before you can do for others or try to save others. Okay, my Sagittarius, so keep that in mind. That is very important for you, that you need to work on. Your shadow work trait says fearful. Fear is a learned behavior that can be unlearned. Also, a low vibrating feeling that creates limitations for you and future happiness. So things that you are afraid of, or things that you have been afraid of. It's almost like you've let your fear, or you've allowed fear of the unknown or fear of certain things. Basically, like, I fear that I'm going to lose my job and not be able to take care of my family. Or what if, I don't know, I start this family and we don't stay together. Just little stuff like that. So your spirits are saying that having these limiting beliefs, or having these low vibrational feelings of fear, is creating limitations in your life, and it's actually causing you to miss out on future happiness. So trying to write down the things that you've been afraid of, or unfounded fears that maybe you come up with in your mind, and write down how it is limiting your life. Okay. Your inner child work card says, the past, you felt like you weren't enough. Someone else got this. I think it was Libra. Now it says, you understand that you are more than enough. You are truly gifted and unique. So your inner child, your younger self, had a way of feeling like he or she wasn't enough. So now you have to say to your inner child, we understand that we are more than enough and that we are truly gifted and unique. You have to say that as many times as you need to hear it, okay? All right. And then here's the fearful card here. I don't know if I'll put that up. The codependency card. And then a trigger message. All right, last but not least, your chakra. What chakra do you most need to work on? So your third eye chakra says, I can connect to higher dimensions. Your affirmation says, I can connect to higher dimensions. Your current energy is worry, fear-based thinking, worry and fear-based thinking. Your shadow work message was also about fear, okay? To balance out this current energy that you're having, it says, take 3 deep breaths, practice being in the present moment, journal about your feelings of worry and fear. I'll read that one more time. To balance out your current energy of worry, fear-based thinking, take 3 deep breaths. So it's in through your nose, out through your mouth. Expand your belly on inhale and collapse your belly on exhale. Take 3 breaths. Take 3 deep breaths. Practice being in the present moment. Journal about your feelings of worry and fear. So write down your feelings of worry and fear. All right, so those are your growth areas, my Sagittarius. Let's go on to your loving message from Spirit that you most need to hear. So first message is your higher self message. So this says, I can't hold in these emotions. I need to feel them. I'm sad and crying is closer to healing. So my Sagittarius is, if you've been feeling angry, or if you've been feeling anger, the anger is really sadness. And you may not be angry at a person. You may be angry at yourself for allowing low vibrational feelings, which were led by fear, to kind of limit you or impede on your future happiness. So now it's about letting out these emotions, whatever they are, whether it's anger, whether it's hurt, whether it's sadness, because your higher self is saying, I can't hold in these emotions. I need to feel them. I'm sad and I'm crying. And crying is closer to healing. So getting it out, like allowing your feelings, even if you're just in private, not crying in front of people, Spirit's not saying that. But Spirit is saying to acknowledge your feelings and get them out, okay? Whether if it's anger, hurt, grief, loss, whatever, sadness, just cry it out, okay? The archangel that most wants to work with you during this time period is Archangel Gabriel. Oh, I'm sorry. This is your higher self message. Archangel Gabriel, it says Archangel Gabriel is helping you to strengthen your intuition and spiritual gifts. Nice. All right, you can look up invocations for Archangel Gabriel. Let me go back. I keep forgetting. So with the third eye chakra, okay, with the third eye chakra, some good herbal tea is jasmine tea, lemon balm or lemon tea. Just squeezing like fresh lemon and making some warm water, drink it in a tea. And mint leaves, putting mint and jasmine, or mint and lemon go good together. I wouldn't mix the jasmine and lemon, but it's up to your taste buds. I would just do like mint and jasmine separate, or lemon and mint separate. Your third eye chakra is best healed with like kind of like almost like violet type of foods. So, or like maybe purple foods. So like purple grapes, purple potatoes, plums, blackberries, prunes, like purple foods basically. Eggplants. Those are good to heal your third eye chakra. Sorry about that, y'all. You get a third eye candle. You can get third eye incense. You can get third eye oils. And also, YouTube has free meditations, sleep meditations for the third eye, for the root, for all of your chakras, the heart chakra, everything. So you can actually listen to YouTube and, listen to some hertz to binaural beats, I think they're called, to heal your chakras as well. You can sleep with that. All right. So back to your loving messages. Sorry about that. I keep skipping over it. I don't know why. All right. Your manifestation message says, expressing gratitude eliminates fear and brings in abundance. So there goes the word fear again. It keeps coming up, y'all. So yeah. Gotta work on that. So expressing gratitude eliminates fear and brings in abundance. So what are you grateful for? What are you grateful for? You know, what person, what lesson, what blessing are you already grateful for? So this is being grateful for the things that for the things that you have, for the things that you have had, you know, even if they're past tense, and eliminate fear. The more you work on eliminating fear, which is that learned behavior that can be unlearned, that's a shadow work trait. The more you are grateful, the more you eliminate the fear and the more abundance you bring into your life, okay? Your happy oracle message says lively, display happiness in your physical expression and movements. So put a little pep in your step, put a little smile on your face, okay? And your self-love technique that you most need to use over this time says stand up, reach high, grab a star with 2 hands. So reaching up above yourself like this and then pulling down. It's like grabbing stars. Grabbing a star. That might be significant to you all. Maybe you like to stargaze. Maybe you know someone with star in their name. I don't know. Okay. Your self-love love language for this time period says acts of service. I will allow myself to ask for help on one task today, even though I know I can complete the task myself. So let me just show you these messages. So this is your self-love message or self-love technique. This is your happy message. And then this is your love language, self-love message, okay? All right, my Sagittarius, all of these messages have been very deep. I want to just close this out by saying, feeling like you're not enough, feeling fearful, prioritizing yourself last, all of those are traits of very low vibrational energy, which, you know, fear is low vibrating. Lack of self-worth is very, you know, low vibrating, not feeling like you're enough. Your spirits definitely want you to know that you are enough. They want you to start prioritizing yourself more first. They want you to release sadness and anger, you know, and fear from your human, so that you don't start having health issues because of everything that's built up. Your higher level of consciousness, your third eye chakra, will help you. You know, you need to unblock it first, or, you know, unblock it, or if it's overactive, you need to get it under control first with journaling your feelings of worry and fear, and letting go of your feelings of worry and fear, and, you know, fear-based thinking. All right. Thank you all so much, my Sagittariuses. Please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Leave me a comment. I like comments. And definitely, I will see you next time. Love you, my Sagittariuses. Bye. Peace and blessings. Thank you so much for watching. And please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe.